thing I'd like to start with is, I think, a theme that people are going to be speaking about a lot tonight, is that this chabura, this smicha, is not necessarily like a lot of other smichas that exist. There's a lot of amelus that goes on. Everyone has to put in a lot of time. It's obviously going to be a big thing because everyone sitting here knows how much goes into this smicha. And Lamaisa, the people who give so much for it is all of our wives. Especially if you talk about all the times that, you know, especially before Bechinos, and especially the past month, with the final Bechinos, that they didn't know if we'd come home, pick up the kids from Gan, help with baths, help for Shabbos, nothing. We didn't exist. And all the meals we put in would not be possible without the establishment of our wives and the Bris Yashveh. Rebbe asked me not to eulogize him. He's still with us. So I'm just going to say a thank you on a few specific points, things that Rebbe has done for us. And there's a lot missing. The message just Pasha, historically, this chus that we have to sit by Rebbe, to speak from Rebbe did years of Shemush by Rebbe Halberstam, goes back to the Chazanish, back to Tam Sefer. We don't have smicha anymore from Moshe Rabbeinu, but a smicha like this, it's mamash a miyuchas smicha, unbelievable. Our place in Klal Yisrael, the place that we have this chus to be, everyone here, just because we live by Rebbe, is an unbelievable chus that we have. Also, Lamaisa, we may not realize when it's happening, but when you have someone like Rebbe, everyone here knows you can ask Rebbe a question anywhere in Torah, and he'll spit out 3 markers on the spot, anywhere on anything. He has it ready for you. He probably has a Maisa with a gadol that he wrote a letter to on a specific thing or something. And we don't realize this is something that the schos that we had, and hopefully the relationship will continue, that something like that you could tell over to your children, to whoever. The schos of such a thing is an unbelievable thing. Also, negate to us, when you learn Rabbi Learner, it's a different type of learning. When you sit down by the first Mechana that you get Rabbi Learner, it's design. A lot of people are like, what? I didn't learn this question. You learn something, you learn Shulchan, you learn Shattaz, you learn Gemara, you learn Rashi Tesis. Okay, so you know what it says, but it's not enough to pass the Mechana to know what it says. You have to think on everything that you learn. How is this going to apply to myself? And you chap by the first Mechana, and it goes all the way through. I know how many times I see people come to Rebbe, we did learn this, what's this question? Because the pshat is that Rebbe forces us to think everything that we learn. We're forced to think how the Ma'aseh is going to come out. It's not enough to know what the Shulchan says. It's not enough Pasha. How does it apply? And it's something that we got. It's a shimush that we got from Rebbe. It's invaluable that we're going to be able to apply everywhere. It's an unbelievable thing that we have. Also, Pasha, how strict he was with us, with the chinas, with the points, with the makbid. As much as we crush about it, it was chashuv because of that. Because of how strict Rebbe was. That's how much harder we had to work. That's how much harder you had to work to get your grade. That's how much harder you had to prepare before, because you knew how strict he was going to be. You knew how much you had to work for it. And it's chashuv how much that did for us, it gave to us. Now we can realize that. It said in this passage parsha. It says in the beginning of the parsha, when Hashem tells Klal Yisrael, Hashem told Moshe to ask for Klal Yisrael to give money for the Yichli Truma, for the building of the Moshe. There's a famous kasha, the Alshech. What's the Yichli Truma? It should be Benasnu. Klal Yisrael is giving, Klal Yisrael is not taking. What's the lashon of Kicha? So that period, the Baal Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, he goes to Arichas, he brings a lot of rice to this Yisrael. But whenever in Tanakh, whenever the Torah uses a specific word, the word that the Torah is using is not something that happened to have been there. It's the tachlis of that word. He brings a raya from Elia Kohen, that from the story with Elia Kohen and Chana, that Elia accused Chana of being a shikaris, which he was davening. And the first answer, when Chana answered Eli, the first thing she said was Isha Kshas Ruach Hanechi, and then she said, I didn't drink. So the kasha is, why did she first say I didn't drink? I'm not drunk. Why did she have to first say that she's bitter? So So Zap that period, and we arrived from here. What she was trying to say was, even if I didn't drink, you can't call me a shikaris, because there's a different reason that I'm drinking. It would be because I'm Ishik Shasua. About that, she didn't drink, like she said afterwards. But when the Torah uses the word that the Torah uses is what it is, the tachlis. She was saying, I'm not a shikaris. It's not, even if I happen to have been drunk, I'm not a shikaris. Says that period, why is there a Mishkan? The Gemara Rosh Hashanah, why is there a Beis Hamikdash? The Gemara Rosh Hashanah, Daf Zayin, says that Kodesh Baruch Hu said, Amar Kodesh Baruch Hu, bring in front of me the Omer on Pesach in order that I could give a bracha on the Tulas Asada. And the Gemara goes through many things like that. There's Nisach HaMayim on Sukkot in order that we should have a bracha on the water, and many other things there. And also the menorah is the source of all Chachma. The reason the menorah is where we got it from. The fact that there's a Mishkan, the reason why the Mishkan asked us to build the Mishkan, asked us to build the Beis Hamikdash, is not for him. We're not giving to the Rebbeinu Shalom by giving money to build the Beis Hamikdash. We're taking. What's going on is that the Rebbeinu Shalom is giving us money. He's giving us tefillah. He's giving us mayim. The whole purpose of all these things is for us. He's giving us chachma. So therefore, the Torah won't use the lashon of nesina, of us giving to the Beis Hamikdash. It's fakir. It's a kicha. That's the tachlis. The tachlis of the binyan hamishkan was for us to take. And I think it's question for sometimes during this past year and a half, it might have seemed, especially the past month, it might have seemed really hard. Like we're giving up, we're sacrificing, we're giving up our time. We're working so hard. It's pashut that it was a kicha. And even though Rebbe sometimes sounded like a drill sergeant, he needed our 30 daf every day. 30 pages of Shulchan Aruch. There's no choice. It's pashut that Rebbe making us do that. That was a kicha for ourselves. And it's not just by this. This is something in everything. Any mitzvah we do, any chilik in Torah, it's pashut. Any mitzvah, the more we work, the more we give. It's really not as giving. It's really mamish us taking. And we see now that we're finished, and you could take a bechina like that, it's such a thorough hard bechina, and you know it, and the way everyone here knows it, it's pashut what we took, and we don't even realize how much we took, I'd just like to finish with one thing, that the masa of this ilm was an unbelievable ilm. It's also pashut out the guys here. That's why all of our shtag. It's a great ilm, and. Unfortunately, some of us are moving to America, some of us are moving to Kilim, everyone might not be in touch so much anymore. And we mamash v'shtag because of each other, because of our siva v'shtag. It says in Parshat Vayigash, when Yehuda was explaining to Yosef how important Binyamin was to his father, to Yaakov, he said, Nashuk Kshur v'nashir. And the Baal Turim says that the Gematria of Kshur is Torah. And it's pashut that when an ilm has a connection like this, that's built on Torah, there's a special kesher that's going to stay chai v'kayim forever.